There you have it as we are ready for basketball here at Ashland High School. Two playoff-bound teams in the Ashland Clockers and the Hopkinton Hillers in the first meeting between these two teams this season back on January 16th. It was Ashland taking the victory 39-36 in a back-and-forth battle. But that game, the Hillers were missing one of their key stars in Ivy Goglin due to a concussion, but she is back healthy and ready to play here tonight. As for the Ashland Clockers, their star all season has been Kayla Madden. And in her last game on Tuesday against Dedham, it was an Ashland 51-35 win. And Madden put up 19 points, 12 rebounds, and 8 assists. A double-double for Kayla Madden as we are ready for the opening tip. It's Ivy Goglin and Kiera Flynn in the center circle, and we are underway as the Hillers control off the opening tip. Working left to right across your screen. A pass up top to Hubner. Takes it over to the wing, trying to feed Goglin inside, and a steal by Ryan Lima. Ashland, they have done their homework. They're going to key in on Goglin tonight. And they know that she has to be stopped, as this is a steal by Lily Morningstar. Quick break to the board. Off the board, no good. Out of bounds it goes, and it will be Hillers basketball. Tom Nappy on the call here for tonight's doubleheader. A Hopkinton-Ashland rivalry night doubleheader. It doesn't get any better than this, folks. A pass to the block, and Caveney puts it up and in off the glass. 2-0 Hillers. As coming down court now is Kayla Madden for the Clockers. Madden pass over to Suro. It's back to the top to Flynn. Now over to the wing to Madden. Back up top three. No good there. Goglin there for the rebound off the Miss Galvany shot, and it's a steal on the left side by Lima, but the Hillers get it right back. Pass to the wing to Morningstar. Now it's up top to Hubner. Hubner driving in. Around the defender at the right block. Goes up with it. And the shot no good, but draws the contact. That one is going to be on Galvany. That's her first. At the line, Kate Hubner for the Hillers. Just underway in the first game of our girls-boys doubleheader as Hubner hits the first. 6:52 left to go in the first quarter. Second free throw, count it. Hillers up 4-zip. One-man press for Hopkinton as Morningstar all over Kayla Madden. And I'm sure the Hillers have done their research on Madden. They defended her well last game, and she misses the shot there. Loose ball is collected by Flynn, who kicks it out to Madden. Then we get a whistle, and that is a good timeout there to keep possession for the Clockers with 6:37 left to go. Well, we've seen already in this first minute and a half some great defensive basketball from these two teams, and that has been the key to their success all season long. As I mentioned, the first time these two met up this season was back on January 16th. The Hillers were missing Ivy Goglin that night. It was Ryan Lima who was the star for Ashland. She put up 17 points. The Hillers did a good job at keying in on Kayla Madden, not letting her in the low post. She had 7 that night. But the theme for this Ashland team has been whenever they have a player or one of their star players gets keyed in on, someone else picks up the slack. And that night it was Ryan Lima. And what a season the Clockers have had under head coach Dave Lith. Ashland set to inbound off the timeout. It'll be Kaylee Suro on the entry. To the corner to Galvany. Up to the wing she goes. Hands it back to Flynn. Flynn trying to fight her way into the interior. Up to Madden for 3. That's an air ball. And Goglin will keep it in play and lock it up. Hillers get it back. Here comes Corby up court. Pass up the far side of Caveney. Now it's to Hubner. Hubner to Morningstar around the perimeter. Ashland, they have pretty much all defenders in the interior. They want to force the Hillers to shoot threes. Morningstar drives the lane and goes up with the underhand shot and in. A 6-0 lead for Hopkinton. And this is exactly the start Coach Greco wanted. Madden working down court. Driving in. Over to the left corner, wide open three. That's going to go off the rim and be collected by Gogolin. Caveney up to Hubner. Hubner, a little trip up there, but able to maintain control. Drives in, up for the shot, no good. Madden with the rebound. Pass down court over to Galvany. Wide open break to the hoop. Up for the shot, no. But she is going to be contacted by Caveney on the rebound attempt. And that will be an inbound for the Clockers. Both of these teams so good at running the floor. Whenever someone gets that open break, they do not have a lot of time to try to put up the shot. Pass to the corner to Suro. Now it's up to Galvany at the point. Now back to the wing to Lima. Lima fires it over to the right side of Suro. Suro looking for the baseline as Ashland continues to work around the perimeter. Madden now locked up by Morningstar. Morningstar just all over Madden. She's been a great man-to-man defender for the Hillers, and that's exactly who you want on Caleb Madden as the Hillers get the rebound here. Hubner, good feed to Gogolin, up from the block, yes. I think after losing the first meeting this season, the Hillers, they want a little revenge here tonight. Suro, pass up to Flynn. Flynn trying to work her way into the interior, called for the travel. Couple substitutions for the Hillers. Coach Greco, very similar style to his mentor, Coach Keene, the boys varsity head coach for the Hillers. Constantly switching up the talent on the floor, fast-paced style of basketball, and it's worked well for this team. Gladeau over to Caveney. Caveney driving in, kicks it over to Gladeau, wide open three here. No, that's going to go off the side of the rim, but a foul on the rebound as Suro draws contact. That one on Gladeau. An 8-0 lead for the Hillers, 4:29 left to go in the first quarter. Everything going Hopkinton's way thus far. Caleb Madden working her way up the far side against Morningstar. Madden with possession. Looking in towards the interior, and we get a foul. This one is going to be against Ashland. I believe they got Grosser with that one. Morningstar coming up court. Packed house here at the Ashland Gymnasium for this rivalry night. Morningstar drives in, up for the shot, yes, gets it to fall. That's her second field goal of the night. And Ashland needs a timeout to try to collect themselves. They are trailing 10-0. And we are about halfway through this first quarter, 4:02 left to go. The Hillers just defending the interior so well, not letting Ashland work their way in pretty much at all. And the Clockers, they're going to have to switch things up a little bit to try to get into the low post because they are struggling from outside the perimeter. I think the key for Ashland is going to be get Caleb Madden the ball and get it to her in the low post. But then another player you want to look for is Ryan Lima getting involved in the action. She was heavily involved against the Hillers in the first meeting this season and did a terrific job at working her way in to the low post. The Hillers girls have been on a roll as of late. They lost against a very good Newton South team, but immediately came back on Tuesday with a win against Westwood, a 61-35 victory. Reagan Caveney and Ivy Gogolin both put up 16 points in that win. Here comes Caleb Madden working against Morningstar. That's the matchup to look at all night. Galvany up top to Suro. Now over to the wing of Madden. Madden surrounded by a defender as the Hillers switch it up to zone. Gogolin got a piece of that one. And now coming up court quickly is Prawl. Prawl to Caveney, now back to Morningstar. Morningstar works her way around the defender. Over to the baseline, up and in. Lily Morningstar feeling it. 3 field goals already for Lily. Madden hands that one back to Galvany. Now, pass up to Grosser. Drive it in. And the shot from the high post. Kira Flynn gets it to fall. Hillers quickly up into the offensive zone. Gladeau with possession. Caveney, Morningstar. Less than 3 minutes left to go in this first quarter. For the 3, yes! Regan Caveney with her second field goal of the night. 15-2 Hopkinton. What a dominant quarter so far by the Hillers. Ashland, they'll have their work cut out for them. Sorrow up to Flynn. Flynn trying to work against Gladeau. Into the interior, up with the right-handed shot, no. Pulled down by Goglin. Pass over to Gladeau, comes up the far side. Now Caveney. Caveney surrounded by defenders as Ashland switches up to zone. There's Lily Morningstar. It's back up top to Prawl. Now it's Caveney once again. Regan Caveney, another player to look out for the Hillers. It goes up for the shot there. Can't get it to fall. Madden comes away with the loose ball. Nice pass to Flynn as she falls to the ground. Flynn, quick break up the far side into the interior. Nice feed to the left block, but no good on the shot. Morningstar has the rebound. Morningstar up court, into the paint, up with the right hand, and yes, Lily Morningstar. She has not missed much, if anything, in this quarter. Caleb Madden up the far side, pass over to Suro. Suro to Flynn. Flynn calls it out, back to Suro for 3. No. Morningstar there to collect. Morningstar on a quick break. Into the interior, to the rack, off the glass and in. 10 points already for Lily Morningstar. 19-2 Hopkinton. Madden for 3. No, off the front of the rim. Collected by Flynn. Up for the jumper, yes. Second field goal of the night for Ashland, as they are just struggling from the floor right now. Pass over to Prawl. Back to Morningstar. Morningstar on the pick and roll and some contact there. We're going to get, I believe it's just Grosser with that one. She was 14. I think she switched up to 4. Hillers inbound. Morningstar from the near side. Pass over to Goglin, driving in from the wing. Feed to the corner to Corby. Around the perimeter they go. Hubner driving in. Can't get it to fall. Goglin with the putback. No shot, but draws the foul. 49 seconds left in the first quarter. Hillers already off to a 15-point lead. It's Ashland Clockers Hopkinton Hillers on WACA-TV. And also will air on HCAM in the very near future. Tom Nappy happy to be here on the call for tonight's doubleheader. Goglin hits the first of 2. Now for the second. Got it. Hillers 4 for 4 from the charity stripe. Here comes Suro. Trying to hand it back to Flynn, loose ball. Flynn was able to keep it somehow. Then we get a jump ball. Suro got wrapped up with Goglin and Hubner. It will be Ashland basketball. .38 seconds left as Suro inbounds to Madden. 15 left on the shot clock. Pass to the corner to Suro. Now up top to Marcy. Marcy with the pivot step, trying to pass it back. Suro picks it up backcourt. It was touched by Gladeau. Trying for the buzzer beater there as the shot clock expires. No good. 17.5 left in the quarter. Hillers making a statement early on. They only put up 36 points in the entire game the first time they took on Ashland. Already have 21 in this quarter. Callie Corby, pass over to the far side of Gladeau. Back to Corby, good ball distribution there. Over to the corner to Prawl. Around the perimeter they go. Hiller's looking for the buzzer beater here. To the right corner, three, no, off the rim. Loose ball, put back, no, by Hubner, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. It's the Hopkinton Lady Hillers leading the Ashland Clockers 21-4. What an impressive quarter of play by the Hillers. Just pure domination to start this one off. Let's take a look at the scoring totals after one quarter of play. For Hopkinton, it's Lily Morningstar, the team leader, with 10. Ivy Goglin with 4. Kate Hubner with 2. Regan Caveney with 5. And for Ashland, there's only one score, Kiera Flynn, who has both field goals, 4 points for Kiera. Well, Ashland, they are going to have to force some turnovers and try to get the ball in the low post. I know it's easier said than done against this Hillers defense. But somehow you just got to find a way to get by Goglin and Caveney. And I think the key is you got to set Ryan Lima up or Caleb Madden, because they are going to need some buckets if they want to get back into this game. As I mentioned, Ashland on Tuesday took down Dedham 51-35. Caleb Madden had a great performance as usual, a double-double, 19 points, 12 rebounds, 8 assists. As we are just about ready for the second quarter. The Hillers have certainly come a long way offensively throughout this season as Morningstar set to inbound just in front of me here at the broadcast table, and Caveney going to knock that one down. They're going to give her a 3 for that one. That's her second 3 bucket of the game. Suro works it up to Flynn, driving in, up for the jumper, no good. Flynn pulls it down, put back, yes. Kiera Flynn making it happen. Let me correct myself. Kiera Flynn, I think, might be the player you want to get in the low post tonight. Goglin driving in, a pass along the baseline. Nice feed of Caveney, but Madden there to knock it away. Out of bounds it goes. Hillers basketball. Lily Morningstar on the entry. Morningstar. Up to Goglin, back to Morningstar on the give and go. Shot from the left short corner, no good, and it's pulled down. There to collect was Flynn. Pass over to Madden for 3, no. And she certainly needs to get going from outside the perimeter as well. Hubner driving up, trying to feed Corby. It's knocked away, steal by Ashland, quick break Flynn. Kiera Flynn having a good game tonight. Trying to work her way into the interior, and we have some contact. And that one, I believe, is going to be on the Hillers. Not sure if they're going to give her the charge there, and Coach Greco is looking for the charge. Kiera Flynn set for the entry. 7:04 left to go in the second quarter. A 24-6 ball game in favor of Hopkinton. Madden with possession. Hands it back to Lima. Now over to Agbe. Miscommunication there as it goes flying up the sideline out of bounds. Hillers basketball. An errant pass. Hubner into Corby. Corby trying to decide where to go. It goes to Morningstar. Caveney. Back to Corby. Ashland guarding the interior well. To the short corner, up for the jumper, no good, can't get it to fall. Goglin comes away with the loose ball, takes it back to the rack and puts it in. Ivy Goglin just towers over everyone there, pulls it down and puts it right in. Madden hands it back to Lima for 3, yes. Ryan Lima striking from long range. 26-9. Morningstar. Back to Corby. Corby feeding Caveney. Morningstar now. Around the defender she goes. Turns around, gives it to Goglin. Now Caveney, yes! Regan Caveney knocking down another 3. Right along that left wing area. That's her hot spot. Madden working up the far sideline. Over the corner, open three here, got it. Agbe gets it to fall. That's what Ashland needs. They're going to need to strike a lot from outside the perimeter to get back into this game. Around the horn they go. We get a foul. This one going against Ashland. Looks like they got Ryan Lehman with that one. 29-12, Hopkinton leading Ashland. 5:21 left to go in the second quarter. Hillers will have the entry. Goglin on the inbound. To Morningstar, up to Corby. Back to the corner, Cavity for three, no. Collected by Grosser. Madden with possession. Spins around the defender, up for the shot, no good. Corby there to collect. Corby swings around, is able to feed Morningstar. It's back over to Corby, now to the corner to Cavity, trying to feed Goglin along the baseline. A little bit too much zip on that pass. Madden feeds the paint. Lima trying to go up for the shot, and Hubner says nope. Kaylee Suro will have the entry. Up top to Madden. Back to the corner. Suro thought about the three. Now from the wing, no. Morningstar, pass up to Gladeau. Gladeau onto the short corner. Back up to Caveny. Driving in, was looking for the shot, but is able to pull it down. Up, no. Goglin, put back, yes. Ivy Goglin. And Goglin just loves to set herself up right behind the shooter in the low post, just waiting for that ball to come down. And she just never seems to fail to collect the board, really on either side of the ball, as we get a timeout called here by Ashland. It's a 31-12 Hopkinton Hillers lead. And as much as Ashland's scoring is picking up in this quarter, the Hillers just aren't slowing down. Ashland with only 4 points in the first quarter. They have 8 in this one, courtesy of a three from Patty Agbe and Ryan Lima. And Kiara Flynn also striking for another field goal. She has 6 tonight. But the Hillers, they have responded. A couple of threes from Regan Caveny and a couple of field goals from Ivy Goglin has allowed the Hillers to outscore Ashland so far in this quarter, 10-8. And if Hopkinton continues shooting like this, you're really going to have to get aggressive on forcing turnovers, because Hopkinton just is not missing a whole lot at all from the floor. Hillers have almost matched their point total from the entire first time these two teams met up over at Hopkinton High School back on January 16th. Only 36 points total for the Hillers. They're only 5 away from matching that. Madden along the far side up to Galvany. Now Madden. Galvany in the corner. Over to the right side, wide open three here, no. And it's a Hillers rebound off the Miss Suro shot. It was Prohl there to collect. Morningstar with possession. Turns around, gives it to the corner. Around the perimeter they go. Gladeau looking to do something here. Trying to kick it out to Goglin. Nice box out by Suro, stepping right in front of Goglin. And now Caveny steps right in front of that pass and slots it away. It was off of Caveny out of bounds. Ashland basketball. 3:40 left to go in this first half. This has been maybe the best half of basketball the Hillers have played all season. And don't get me wrong, they've had a lot of tremendous halves of basketball, but tonight they're just on fire. Pass over to Madden for three. No, an air ball there. Suro able to keep it in bounds, but threw it right out, trying to go to Lima with it. Prohl on the entry. Ashland with a one-man press. Ladeau takes it across to Morningstar now. Morningstar back to Gogolin. Now it's over to Prawl. Back to the short corner of the cave, over to Gogolin, around the defender, up for the shot, no good. Loose ball on the ground, and it's going to be wrapped up by Caveney as well as Galvany for the jump ball. And this is going to go Ashland direction. Ashland at 12-3 on the season. Maybe a couple wins away from having home court advantage for a couple playoff games. But they're certainly going to need to pick up the offense to try to get another one here tonight as Madden draws the foul from Gogolin. Caleb Madden will go to the line. It's been a relatively clean game so far, only 5 fouls by both teams. First of 2 is good. It's Ashland's first time at the line tonight. Second free throw, no good, collected by Gogolin. Morningstar coming up the far side. Morningstar over to Gladeau. Back to Prawl. Morningstar now driving in, feeds Prawl. Prawl for 3. No. That one just off the mark. Ryan Lima there to collect. Up the far side she goes. And we're going to get a travel called here as Lima went into Grosser. Hopkinton basketball with 2:33 left. Into the game for the Hillers is Callie Corby. Olivia Gladeau will take a breather. She's having a pretty good night at distributing the ball. Corby up the far side now. Nice feed of Hubner. Now Gogolin, yes! Ivy Gogolin. Wide open path to the basket, takes advantage. Here comes Madden. There's Flynn. Back to Madden, thought about the jumper. Agbe, back to Madden. Now it's Flynn driving in, long 2, no. Hubner with the rebound, then gets wrapped up with Flynn, jump ball called. Hopkinton basketball. Clock stopped at 2 minutes left in the second quarter, a 33-13 lead for the Hillers over Ashland. It's girls varsity high school basketball on WACA-TV and will also air on a HCAM in Hopkinton. Here comes Morningstar. Morningstar was looking for Gogolin there, but ends up finding Corby. It's up to Prawl. Morningstar. Ashland certainly keying in on the low post. Gogolin can't get it to fall, pulls it down, put back, no. Another Gogolin rebound, up for the shot, no. And then another put back by Hubner, and that one will fall. Hopkinton just dominating underneath. Suro driving in. That was a clean block there by Gogolin, and then knocked out of bounds by Agbe, Hillers basketball. Olivia Hess into the game for Ashland. 35-13, Hopkinton leading. Corby working her way up court. Two-man press for Ashland as Morningstar and Corby work against the Ashland press. Gogolin. Nice swipe by Gogolin to get it over to Hubner. Here comes Morningstar up the lane, up for the shot, yes, on the fadeaway. Lily Morningstar with 12 points so far tonight. 48 seconds to go and counting. Madden behind a Suro. Flynn. Over to Lima, and in the meantime get a whistle. That one's going to be against Hubner. 6-team foul for Hopkinton. Madden on the entry. Flynn. It's up to Lima. Back to Madden. Thought about the 3, but Morningstar was right there. Lima into Flynn. Looking for the give and go. It's stolen away. Quick break up court by Prawl, and then there's contact as Olivia Hess was trying to stop herself, but just could not before the contact with Prawl, and that is going to be an Ashland foul. It's now 6 apiece foul-wise. Morningstar on the entry. Up top to Prawl, thought about the three. Corby. Morningstar now surrounded by defenders. Ashland on a 2-3 zone. And we're going to get a foul here as Morningstar tripped up. That's going to put her at the line for a 1-and-1. And they get Olivia Hess with her second. Lily Morningstar having a great night. 6 field goals, all 2 buckets. Trying to add on to that 12-point total here. Front end of a 1-and-1, no. Ball batted up in the air, it's pulled down. And jump ball is called. A nice job by Huebner, who's having a great night in the low post. And she's able to, excuse me, that was actually a foul on Ashland. So that'll put the Hillers right back at the line. Huebner for a 1-and-1. They got Olivia Hess again with that one. That's her third. No good there. Loose ball. Huebner and Madden got wrapped up. Jump ball called. 3.6 seconds left. Ashland has time for a pass and shoot. Here comes Madden. Trying to launch it. Morningstar says, And that'll do it for the first half. All Hopkinton in that half. They outscore Ashland in the first quarter 21-4. And then in the second, 16-9. And at the half, it is the Hopkinton Hillers 37, the Ashland Clockers 13. We're going to take a timeout. The boys' team's getting ready to warm up as they will be in the second game of this doubleheader. But right now, we'll take a timeout. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers, Ashland Clockers on WACA-TV and HCAM Television in Hopkinton. Stay tuned. A whole lot more to come. Take a look at the scoring total so far in this game for Ashland. Kira Flynn with 6, Patty Agbe with 3, Ryan Lima with 3, Caleb Madden with 1 for the Hopkinton Hillers, Lily Morningstar with 12, Ivy Gogolin with 10, Kate Huebner with 4, and Reagan Caveney with 11. It's been all Hillers so far tonight. They have just dominated the low post, and they're hitting most of their shots. They are not missing a whole lot from the floor. And that's what's making the big difference in this game as Lily Morningstar set to inbound just in front of me here at the broadcast table. Tom Nappy on the call for WACA-TV in Ashland and HCAM in Hopkinton as the Hillers working around the perimeter. The drive in by Huebner, yes. Kate Huebner with 6 tonight. Here comes Kayla Madden. Madden turns around, no one there, finds Lima. Lima driving in. And that was an attempt at a give and go, but Gogolin says, not in my house. And right now it is the Hillers' house the way they're playing, and we're going to get a travel called here on Caveney. Kaylee Suro on the entry. Well, what Ashland needs to do, I mean, it's pretty simple, really. They got to hit their shots, and they have to get something going from outside the perimeter. You're going to need a lot of 3 buckets to get back into this game. Here's an attempt right here. No, that went off the side of the rim by Suro. Morningstar there to collect. We'll also have the boys varsity game tonight. That's right after this girls varsity matchup. Gogolin, yes. Great feed of Gogolin. Was just wide open in the low post. Here comes Madden. Pass over to Suro. Now Flynn. Back to Lima. Galvany nearly lost it. Back to Madden. Madden drives in, kicks it out to Flynn. Long two, got it. Kara Flynn has been the highlight of the Ashland offense. 8 points tonight for Kara. Morningstar thought about it. Back out to Hubner. Now it's across to Corby, around the horn. Three, no. Goglin, put back, got it. Ivy Goglin. What a difference she makes for the Hillers in the low post. Hopkinton struggled big time without her in the first matchup with this Ashland team. Lima misses the three there, collected by Searle. Madden, yes. Kayla Madden needs to get going. And that is a good start for Kayla as she knocks down her first field goal of the night. Morningstar drives in, stop, pop, and drop, and got it. Madden up the far side. It's back to Suro. For three, no. It was swatted in the air by Flynn, but collected by Morningstar, who falls to the floor. We're gonna have a foul. A little contact there, that one on Ryan Lima. That's her first. We'll lead Morningstar on the entry. 14 points on the night for Lily. She's actually tied with the team lead now with Ivy Goglin. A little misfire there as Cavany unable to reel that one in. Hillers laying off the press. Madden hands it back to Galvin. Now it's to Lima. Driving in. Suro kicks it over to the corner. Lima looking for Madden. Morningstar all over it, but Madden able to collect. Madden up the sideline and was looking for a floater there. Foul called. Lily Morningstar didn't like that call. She says, that was a clean block. Official says otherwise. Kayla Madden at the line. 4 points so far tonight. 1 for 2 from the charity stripe. First one no good. Well, if you want any kind of comeback, you have to hit your free throws. Ashland didn't come out of the halftime locker room until the very end of the half as Madden hits the second. So I can't imagine Coach Lith was too happy with his team's performance so far tonight. Corby down to Hubner. Now Goglin along the baseline, turns around, gets it back to Hubner. Thought about the three, drives in instead, off the glass, no. Goglin pulls it down, put back, count it. Ivy Goglin around everybody. 16 points on the night for Ivy. She is quickly taking over this game. Kayla Madden off the glass, no. Goglin pulls it down, and a nice heads-up play by Madden, who was able to get a hand on that one to allow Ashland to steal it away. And they'll come up with some points here as Flynn puts that one in. Kira Flynn with 10 for the Clockers, a 47-21 Hillers lead, 3:41 and ticking left in this third as Ashland trying to force a turnover here. And they will. They're going to get Morningstar with the offensive foul. That's going to be her second. It'll be Callie Searle on the entry. Kayla Madden calls it out. Galvany. Up to Searle, now Madden. Against Morningstar, launches a three, nothing there. Collected along the baseline by Searle, and she'll draw some contact. We got Olivia Gladeau with that one. Amelia Sensini in the game for the Hillers. Ivy taking a little rest. Over to Madden for three. Nope. We get a foul, though, on the rebound attempt. And it's against Ashland. That one's on Grosser. It's her third. Morning Star back to Gladeau. Travel called. Kelly Suro on the entry to Kayla Madden. Back to Suro. Flynn nearly lost it there as Gladeau got a hand in on it. Nice pass to the baseline, up from the block, got it. Kelly Suro knocks it down. Prawl fires across to Hubner. Now to the corner to Caveney, driving along the baseline. That's back to Prawl. Gladeau. Around the horn now, Caveney on the short corner. That's back out to Hubner. Shot clock running out. Good interior D by Ashland. Three is rejected. Kayla Madden says, not in my house, and we'll get a whistle off the block. It looked clean to me. Might have been an offensive foul on the Hillers as well. Yeah, it looks like they might have got Goglin with one. Ashland basketball as Callie Suro will have the entry. It's Ivy's. Actually, I'm not really sure who they got with that one. Ivy's not, oh, there she is. She just came into the game, I believe. Had Ivy's number up as the guilty party on that foul. Flynn for the deep two, that's no good. Pulled down by Hubner. Ivy calling for it. Hubner lost it, stolen by Flynn. Quick break up court. Around the defender, up for the jumper, no good. She rushed it. It's knocked out of bounds. It is called out on the Hillers. It was last touched by Corby. Kayla Madden on the entry. To Flynn, back to Madden, along the baseline, up for the shot. Got it, and the foul. That one on Hubner, that's her second. And one for Kayla Madden, who's starting to heat up a little bit. And boy, does Ashland need her to heat up. Completes the and one. 8 points on the night for Kayla Madden. Callie Corby working her way up the near side. Caveney looking for Goglin, knocked out of bounds, was off the defender, Jess Grosser. On the entry for the Hillers, it will be Kate Hubner. 47-26 Hopkinton lead, 1:43 left to go in the third quarter. Goglin trying to drive the post. Nice job by Flynn getting a hand in on it. Madden calls it out as she works her way up the sideline. Fires across to the corner to Galvany. Now it's back to Madden for three. No. Goglin pulls down the board. Hubner working her way up the sideline. Trying to find Goglin. Another nice job by Flynn getting a hand in on it. And that one called out on the Hillers. Last touch by Caveney. We're going to get a timeout called by Coach Greco to talk things over. Well, it's certainly a more sound quarter for the Ashland Clockers, and you have to give them credit in this third quarter for how well they are defending the low post. They're no longer in these last few minutes at least, letting Ivy Gogolin get to the basket. They're putting a stop to her. A lot of that is because of Kiara Flynn, who's doing some nice defensive work within the low post. Let's take a look at the scoring totals so far in this game. For the Hillers, Lily Morningstar with 14, Ivy Gogolin with 16, Kate Hubner with 6, Regan Caveney with 11. All those points from Caveney came in the first half. For Ashland, it's Kiara Flynn with 10, Patty Egbe with 3, Ryan Lima with 3, and Caleb Madden starting to heat up in this third quarter. She has 8 points, and Callie Suro with 2. A 47-26 Hopkinton Hillers lead. But in this third quarter, some promising signs for Ashland. They've outscored the Hillers 13-10. And there's still a lot of minutes left in this game to be played. It'll be Callie Suro on the entry. Here comes Kayla Madden. Driving in, Lima. Leaves it out for Flynn. Back to Lima. Around a couple of defenders, up for the shot. No. Gogolin pulls down the board. Corby takes it down over to Morningstar. Back to Gogolin, off the glass and in. Ivy Gogolin strikes again. It's now 18 points on the night for Ivy. Hands it back to Suro. And now it's Lima. Long two. No. Off the iron. Loose ball was nearly collected by Flynn, but she couldn't hang on. Morningstar there to pick it up. Up to Corby. Looking for Gogolin there. Got away from her. Flynn on a quick break. A couple Hillers in front of her, however. Back to Ryan Lima. Launches the deep two. Got it. And they're going to give her a 3 there. I thought her foot was on the line. But she'll take it. Gogolin. Nice screen set up by Hubner. Over to Gogolin. Yes. Ivy Gogolin, the buzzer beater. And she calmly launched that shot just before the third quarter buzzer. Impressive stuff by the Hillers on that last possession, as they end up putting up 14 points in the third quarter compared to Ashland's 15. But the Hillers in control, up 51-29. Ashland actually with 16 points in that quarter, excuse me. Well, that was certainly by far Ashland's best quarter of the game. And they are going to need an even better fourth quarter if they want any chance of getting back into this game, just because of how dominant the Hillers were in that first half. We'll get you the scoring totals after 3 quarters of play in just a moment. For the Hopkinton Hillers, it's Lily Morningstar with 14, Ivy Gogolin with 20, Kate Hubner with 6, and Regan Caveney with 11. Entry for Ashland. For the Clockers, Kiara Flynn with 10, Patty Agbe with 3, Ryan Lima with 6, Caleb Madden with 8, and Callie Suro with 2. Caleb Madden working up the floor. Hands it back, Lima for 3, no. Collected over the top of the perimeter by Grosser. Ivy says nope. Morningstar working her way down court. Drives in, pump fake, yes. Lily Morningstar making it happen. Madden up top. Up with the left hand and in. Quick start to this fourth quarter. Caveney up to Corby. Caveney calls it out. Morningstar. Hubner. Hands it back to Caveney. Now Morningstar working her way in around the defender. Even with the body contact, but no, it doesn't fall. Spun around the rim and fell out. Ryan Lima pulls down the board. Lima gonna draw some contact. That one's gonna be on Hubner. That's her third. Ryan Lima at the line, and she was a scoring leader. First time these two teams met up. She hits the first free throw. Goes back on the 16th. Ryan Lima put up 17 points in that game. Ashland defeated Hopkinton 39-36. Second of two, got it. Full court pressure by the Clockers. They know they have to drop some quick turnovers. Corby trying to find Gogolin and fired a little too far there as Madden drives up. Along the baseline, pass over to Agbe. Around the horn they go. Ryan Lima driving in. He's rejected there by Cavity. Nice block, loose ball collected by Madden. Fires over to Agbe at the right block, and she'll draw the foul. Push called there. And they will get Regan Caveny with that one. It's her third. First of two for Patty Agbe, no good. A 20-point deficit for the Ashland Clockers with 6:15 left in regulation. That one falls. Here come the Hillers trying to work against the press. Corby fires down, and a misfire is there to collect is Caleb Madden. Agbe to Lima for three. No, falls just short. Gogolin there to collect. Official missed a little push there that Gogolin drew. Ball knocked out of bounds, going Hillers' way. That one out off of Flynn. I don't know what the crowd's displeased about. If anything, that should have been an Ashland foul. Blatant push right in the back of Gogolin. Morningstar will work down court. Back over to Corby. Caveny to Hubner to the hoop and in. Cade Hubner, 8 points tonight, and we'll get a timeout with 5:39 left to go in the fourth quarter. Hillers leading 55-34. It's been a very tough, physical, defensive quarter, but it might be too little too late by Ashland unless they can really just get some kind of crazy scoring streak going. But the Hillers, they made a statement coming into this game, and they certainly showed that they learned their lessons from the mistakes they made in the first meeting between these two teams. And obviously part of that game, or one of the many factors in that game, was that Ivy Gogolin was out for the Hillers. That certainly affected them in a negative way, but overall, even not considering Ivy, the Hillers just playing outstanding in the low post here tonight, and they're forcing Ashland to shoot from beyond the perimeter, and the Clockers just don't have an answer right now. It'll be Callie Searle on the entry. Great night here at Ashland High School. Girls, boys, varsity high school basketball doubleheader. It's also senior night for the boys, so you'll be able to check out the senior night festivities. Caleb Madden coming up the far side. Over to the corner for three, no. And that is going to be called out off of Caveny. She didn't like that call. But I think that was a nice play by Flynn, just putting it off of Caveny before Caveny stepped out of bounds. Stolen away by Morningstar. Quick break to the bucket. Off the glass and in. Lily Morningstar says, oh yeah, you're going to put it out of bounds off of us? Well, I'm going to steal it away from you. Kayla Madden up to Flynn. Driving in, and no good on the shot from the left block by Suro. And then we get a jump ball called on the rebound attempt. Ashland basketball. Ooh, correction, Hillers basketball. Hopkinton will be in no rush to get a shot off up very comfortably. Unless they get an open opportunity, of course. But that one nearly stolen away. Goglin, no. And then it's pulled down by Suro. Madden up the sideline. Lima for three, no. And we got a whistle just before the shot. She draws the foul. That one on Regan Caveney. It's her fourth. 4:38 left in regulation. Ryan Lima misses the first of two. She's 2 for 3 from the charity stripe. 8 points on the night. Second one, no. Oh, and she'll get a third, actually, because she was attempting a 3. Jess Grosser back into the game for Ashland. Count it. Hillers inbound. Hubner in a Morningstar. And Morningstar going to be called for the travel there. One step too many. Kayla Madden will work her way up. Nice feed to Lima along the baseline, rejected by Hubner. Goglin pulls it down. Goglin and pass over to Corby, and now up the far side of Prawl. Prawl back to Corby. Now to Hubner. Corby. Prawl. Trying to work their way into the interior. Hubner drives in and draws up the foul. Well, Kate Hubner didn't see a way in, so she decided to make a way in, and it paid off. That one on Kayla Madden. It's her second. First to 2, no good. Got it. 7 points tonight for Kate Hubner. Kayla Madden with possession. It's over to Grosser. And back up to Lima. Around the defender, up for the shot, no, and swatted out of bounds off of Lima. Prawl has the entry for Hopkinton. Here comes Lily. Corby calls it out. Now it's back to Hubner. Around the defender to Caveney. Up top, thought about the 3, drives it instead and puts it in. Callie Corby getting in the scorebook for the first time tonight. Nearly stolen away by Corby. Knocked out of bounds. Kara Flynn on the entry. Flynn to Lima. Back to Flynn. Along the baseline, she stepped out. Amelia Sensini back into the game for the Hillers. They're going to get some of the younger players in there now with this game well at hand. A 60-35 lead for Hopkinton. Sensitive to Connell. And a hard foul there. That one's going to be on Jess Grosser. That's her fourth. And Prawl fell hard to the floor. It's Marissa Prawl. Certainly hope she's okay. She landed right on her head, unfortunately. Well, with 3:03 left, it's a 60-35 game. Right now, they are tending to Marissa Prawl to see if she's all right. Well, she's certainly a tough player, that's for sure. That was just a hard push there by Grosser. Well-deserved applause for Marissa Prawl. Well, it's one of the unfortunate things that sometimes happens in a physical basketball game is you get injuries like that. Amelia Sensini on the entry for the Hillers. Off the hands of Carolyn McDonald and out of bounds. Actually, they called it off the defender there. Grosser got a hand in on it just before it went out. 3 minutes and ticking left to go. Hillers going to improve to 11-4 on the season. Terrific performance here tonight. And they'll get another one there. And that one was Cameron McDonald getting in the scorebook. Hillers will have the entry after it was knocked out of bounds. (62-35) lead for Hopkinton. But I'm looking forward to watching the Ashland Clockers and the Hopkinton Hillers in their playoff runs. Two very talented teams that have the potential to go a long way as Sensitive draws the contact. That one's on Claire Marcy. Excuse me, correction, that was on Jess Grosser. First of two, got it. Amelia in the scorebook for the first time tonight. Count it. Here comes Ashland. Flynn hands it back to Hess. Now to Marcy. That's back to Flynn. Now Marcy along the baseline, kicks it over to the corner. Long two, no. Air ball on the Hess attempt. Loose ball on the ground. McDonald nearly had it, but then it's wrapped up by a couple of clockers, and we get a timeout. Smart timeout call there. Patty Agbe was able to wrap it up. And the timeout call by Coach Lith to keep it in Ashland possession. Well, your stars of the night are both from the Hopkinton Hillers. Lily Morningstar with 18 points. Ivy Goglin with 20. And they just dominated this ball game, especially in that first half. Lily putting up 12 points in the first half, Ivy with 10, and then Ivy added another 10 all in the third quarter. Just was a force to be reckoned with in the low post. And she has to be just one of the toughest players in the state to defend. Just so effective in the low post, and of course, has the height, has the stability, has great balance. Just a great all-around athlete. Also a terrific volleyball player as well. 64-35. Hillers leading Ashland. And they got some of the backups in there getting some good experience, some good minutes out there on the floor. Still 2:03 left in this ball game. Here we go. Up for the jumper, no good by Marcy. And out of bounds it goes, Hillers basketball. McDonald calls it out. That's over to Liberta. Now the corner to McDonald. And this is very similar to what the Hillers could look like next season. They're losing 6 key players to graduation after this year, so it's good to get this young group in there to get some experience. For a long 2 up top, no good by Caroline Connell. Rebound Claire Marcy. 1.5 and counting left to go in regulation. Flynn drives down, pass over to Galvany. Now it's up to Hess. Back to Marcy. Now Flynn thought about the 3. Trying to feed Marcy inside, stolen away. Good hands by Liberta. And then we get a foul as Megan Galvany works her way up to the floor. And that is going to be on Galvany. Coach Lith doesn't like that one. I want to take this opportunity to thank the hardworking WACA-TV crew tonight, making this broadcast happen. Of course, we'll have the boys varsity game once we're all done with this girls game. Hopkinton going to come away with the victory here tonight, up 64-35, now less than a minute left to go. Over the short corner to Liberta. That's up to McDonald, calls it out. Hillers just trying to run out the clock at this point. Liberta drives up and puts it in. Here comes Ashland. Aaron Flynn. Pass over to Agbe. Now it's up top to Hess. Back to Flynn. 20 seconds and ticking. Stolen away by McDermott, who then puts it out of bounds as she almost lost her balance. Put it out off of Agbe. Hillers basketball. I'll give you the scoring totals for Ashland tonight. Kiara Flynn with 10, Patty Agbe with 4, Ryan Lima with 9, Caleb Madden with 10, and Callie Suro with 2. As the Hillers will dribble out the clock, maybe take a buzzer beater for fun. They're going to come away with the victory. 66-35. The Hopkinton Hillers dominant in their performance tonight against the Ashland Lady Clockers. Let's take a look at the Hillers scoring totals. Regan Caveney with 11, Cameron McDonald with 2, Liz Liberta with 2, Kate Hubner with 9, Callie Corby with 2, Amelia Sensini with 2, Lily Morningstar with 18, and your player of the game, Ivy Goglin with 20. Also was double digits in rebounds as well. A double-double tonight for Ivy as the Hopkinton Hillers come away with the 66-35 victory. Hopkinton now 11-4 on the season. Ashland is now 12-4. Well, we're going to take a little bit of a break, but when we come back, it'll be time for boys varsity basketball as the Ashland Clockers take on the Hopkinton Hillers. For our WACA TV crew, I'm Tom Nappy. We'll talk to you in a bit for the boys varsity game right here on WACA TV in Ashland and HCAM Television in Hopkinton.